Hey guys, Aggie K Wealth Therapist coming to you this Sunday morning. I hope you're having a beautiful Sunday. It is chilly here. Let me not hide my babs in the background there. Let's see. No. I need to move my chair. Okay. Can't hide my queen. Okay. So I'm Aggie K Wealth Therapist. Welcome. This Sunday morning, I wanted to hop on and talk about a behind the scenes of a mindset breakthrough and what that looks like. Morning, Terry, if it's morning where you are. So I had a client have a breakthrough, and let me just clarify that normally, I wouldn't say normally, but at least 50% of the time, a mindset breakthrough is not an overnight thing. It's an issue that we've been working on, or you subconsciously might have been working on. If it's not with me, you might be working on it subconsciously over a period of time. Because the subconscious usually doesn't, it might give up a quick win. You might have one good month. It might give something up to give you evidence, but usually a bigger block or a bigger like income shifting breakthrough takes time because your subconscious has to be worked. You know, it's not going to give up the answer and it's not going to give up the belief super, super fast. So I wanted to talk about what happened for one of my clients and how she went from zero to whatever income she made from this, but a huge leap. She was making really zero in her second business. This is someone who's has a profitable first business, but couldn't make the second business she was attempting. She couldn't do anything with it for months and months. She couldn't do anything with it. Wasn't working. So I want to just go through the process of what that looked like behind the scenes working with me. So the way that it showed up was in what I would call like a victim mode, which is, I don't know why. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't make money. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. Which really just means my subconscious isn't giving me the answer. You know, my conscious mind doesn't have the answer. That's all that means. It doesn't mean you don't have the answer. It doesn't mean you can't find the answer. It just means your subconscious is very aware of not giving you that answer for a variety of reasons that it has to keep you safe, for example. And that's usually all that it's always doing. And that doesn't seem like a necessarily good reason, but it is. That's what subconscious does, and it doesn't make conscious sense. It's not logical. So trying to figure out why wouldn't it want the best for you? Well, it does want the best for you in the sense of survival or whatever you've been doing continuously. So it starts showing up as like a victim. I don't know why I can't make money. I don't know why I can't make money. I don't know why. So we worked on that. We looked at, well, that's just not true. Subconscious must know. Subconscious must have the answer to why. And then you just kind of go stream of consciousness. Like, why wouldn't I want to make money at this business? Why couldn't I make this work? And one of the things that came up for her was, I don't want more work. Like, I'm already overworked. I already do so much. I already have so many things going on, already spinning so many plates in the air. So the thing that came up for her was, I don't want more work. And this is a common one for a lot of people where their schedules are managing them, where their time is not efficient, where they might have like freelance businesses that don't have very strict hours. So they're a little bit, there's like several things to clean up there around I don't want more work. One suggests that you already have too much work maybe. Right? So you want to take a look at, do I already have too much work? And what's my story with too much work? Have I been overworking most of my life? Have I been, always doing too much? Am I always in some kind of like overcompensation mode? Very dangerous in coaching. You have to really watch that when you're coaching people because it's the fastest way to not make money. Because your subconscious just knows, right? It's like, I'm already full with this many clients. How can I take on more? And if I take on more, you see all the burnout. So you want to look at the history of like, I don't want more work. Why don't I want more work? What's scary about that? Why am I so overloaded? And really do an analysis of what's going on there. So what happened next for her was that it kind of took her her inner child got a hold of that and really had a tantrum about it. Was like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna work more, because it just kept like hitting itself against this brick wall of like, another business just means more work, just means more work. When we're trying to work on her mindset manifesting this, and not necessarily so much work. Obviously there's some kind of work that goes with having a second business. But her inner child was really having a tantrum about it. And so we just allowed that to have permission, right? Permission to have a tantrum about not wanting to work more. And one of the fastest ways to like start moving deeper into the blocks is just to be like, permission to not make more money, permission to not work any harder, permission to not do the second business ever again, and just let yourself off the hook, and see what happens next. But releasing the charge of the resistance, right? And going deeper and seeing what happens next. So we looked at that. We allowed her to have the tantrum. This is over a period of months. Like, it's not like this evolved organically, what was happening. I'm giving you guys the behind the scenes. If you're just joining us, I'm Aggie K. Wealth Therapist. And we're talking about someone who is trying to grow a second business. So started off with, I don't know why I can't make money at this. Went to, I don't want more work. Went to, I refuse to do this, and I refuse to make money at this, and just allowing that, like giving permission to never do this again. And then what rose to the surface when we let go, because there's a lot of letting go, and like, I just refuse to make this work. It's just never going to work. And you can see why she's not making money at it at this point, right? But then we finally got to the block of, if I had that second business running passively, it's more of like a passive income type of business, I'd be bored. And this comes up shockingly for a lot of people. A lot of people are worried subconsciously, not necessarily consciously, subconsciously, that they will be bored. And bored like is always code for something else. Bored is never what it appears to be. Bored is like when people say, you know, I'm afraid I'm going to be bored, something else is going on, because most people are not bored and are not really worried they're going to be bored. It's like a conscious answer to distract you from what's really deeply going on that freaks you out about being still, about being quiet, about not working, about not hustling, about retiring, about things being easy. What will you do if things are easy? What will you do if things are calm? What will you do if you don't have to hustle? And that's really what came up for her. And I've seen this a lot. I'm boring or I'm bored as big blocks to, and this is like people who already make six figures that I've worked with in my experience. But this comes up is just code for something else. It's really a distraction from like the other feelings that are underneath. Because why would somebody be scared of being bored? Like, you're bored, you find something to do, you move on. It's not really like such a deep answer. So it's what's underneath that. So what does being bored represent? Well, you know, what happens in times when you're still or calm or not hustling or not busy? Your value comes up, anxiety can come up, memories can come up, negative thoughts can come up. And what came up for her was deep anxiety that reminded her of her childhood, and that if she made more money, she would have more time, which means she would be alone with her thoughts more. And she is scared she can't handle her negative thoughts, and that they will take her over and ruin her, and she'll lose all her money and it won't be worth it. So it's better off to stay in the struggle. Do you see how crazy the subconscious is? The way that worked? So it went from being bored to actually that means having to be alone with my thoughts, and I'm scared of that because when I'm alone with my thoughts, I have negative thoughts and I don't know how to reframe them, control them, stop them from taking me over. And when those negative thoughts take me over, my whole life goes to shit. And this is what I'm ultimately afraid of. So I'm going to stay in struggle. I'm going to stay in making this not work. I'm going to stay in, I don't want more work, or whatever the top level subconscious excuses. So see how many layers deeper we went there. And this came on the heels of that awareness. Boom, her business exploded. And that action happened overnight, right? That from that awareness to what showed up in her business, which was like 50 sales or whatever it was happened overnight. But the process took a few months, right? So I wanted to take you guys through that so that you can think about your journey and how many layers deeper you need to go in your mindset work to get to that golden nugget that's really gonna make the income shift, because your subconscious is not gonna want you to go there, because for her to go there, she had to look at those negative thoughts that kind of riddled her childhood and teenagehood. And subconscious didn't really want to do that. That wasn't a great time. Didn't want to go there. Really didn't feel good about herself at that time. And we're like hammered over the head in law of attraction stuff to not have negative thoughts and not look at negative thoughts. But we have to be able to handle them. We have to trust on a deep, deep level that we're able to reframe, rejig, see ourselves through a negative time or a negative thought process, that those thoughts won't take us down. So that's ultimately what's going on there. We were able to look at that, and boom, her business did explode overnight. So think about that, guys. Think about your own process. Take yourself through and see if anything resonates here with you. Now my kids are screaming, so that's perfect timing. Love you guys. Have an amazing Sunday. I'm going to put the link for Subconscious Smackdown on this live stream. If you enjoy this, please do that. It's an incredible course. People have had massive shifts as a result of it. If you like this, please love, like, and share, and I'll see you on the next live. Bye.